lot of focus on the guard matchup tonight, Greg. Both these teams rely on their backcourts to lead the way for them.
And if anything, it should make for an entertaining basketball game. And it becomes a little bit of a chess match when it's a backcourt duel. Those are always fun.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The core of this team all out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Bassey in at the pivot, manning the middle. Now Smith, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Bounce pass, Smith. Towns, the pass to Smith. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns entered the league as a force in scoring the basketball. Now he's honing his passing skills.
Come on. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. Pass to Smith. Back to Edwards. Pass to Smith over Green. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Smith's got his second basket of the game.
Well, unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Steve Kerr. David.
Well, Kevin, he said for them to prevail, they've got to be stout in the post and close off those driving lanes. If they fail to do those two things, it could be a very long night. And to be honest, it didn't sound like he thought they could.
Thank you, David. Now the Warriors moving it up. And Wiggins throws it down.
Well, great read by Stephen Curry right there. Just puts it on time and on target. Always wants to make his teammates feel good.
And there's a record Rudy Gobert set without much fanfare a few years ago. Most dunks in an NBA season.
That's exactly right, G.A. That was back in the 2018-19 season. He threw it down 306 times. Certainly makes sense for a guy who's got that kind of length, athleticism, and the guy who spends so much time right around the cup.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw tonight.
At the line for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert. At the line for 1.
Rudy Gobert is one of the game's dominant big men. He understands how to use his length and his size defensively, and he's figured out how to fit in. This guy is an outstanding screener offensively.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here is Smith. 33 points last game. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Smith's got 7 points.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
If they're playing in their own building, they probably win that basketball game. The reality is it's a hard thing to win on the road in the NBA.
Golden State's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Wiggins surveying the floor. A 3-ball. Gobert pulls it in.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered. Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
A 3-pointer, Wiggins, and Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards. Oh, great ball movement there.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. GA with their 4th title, the combination of Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, the single most successful trio in the last half-century in the NBA.
And some would argue the best trio of all time. The most wins in the finals ever by a trio who each made an All-NBA team. Thompson
outside. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first. Curry can't get it to go.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Smith with the stop.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Some changes for Minnesota. Reed comes in for Karl Anthony Towns, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Edwards. Warriors trail by 16. Can they get it? And he hits the jump shot. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Kuminga with a wide open look. The shot comes out. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And that finish sums up the whole game. They have a big lead due to execution on drives just like that.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now, here's Looney. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Off target with the open look. Smith against Poole. And Gobert kicks to Reed. To the inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. So it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense on Steph has been tremendous. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Making their way onto the court are your Minnesota.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Edwards is out there with Smith. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunity.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The chosen one in the last game against Sacramento played superb basketball. He added 33 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. His play was commendable. His team has been playing great basketball, and he's a big reason for it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
And as good as Draymond Green has been on the floor, this guy will be an all-time broadcaster, already a popular podcast. great TV studio appearances as well.
And some changes here for the Timber.
Substitution on the court.
So it's Minnesota ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. The core of this team all out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt with Green at the 4. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Bassey in at the 5. Thompson from long range.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Smith up top, guarded by Curry. Smith kicks to Edwards. Back to Smith from outside the arc. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, putting all of that 7-foot frame to use, Rudy Gobert has been one of the consistent offensive rebounders in the league.
Curry from deep three-point land. Quick shot there, and it's off target. The Timberwolves shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. For 3, Smith. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
Golden State moving the ball around. And again, no good by Golden State.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Edwards dishes to Smith. His three-pointer's off the mark. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Curry finds Wiggins. Wiggins drawn the double team. To the middle, here's Curry in for his 7th bank in 14 tries. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet. And that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this league.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time.
Smith.
That's his first foul. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota.
At the
Hey
line
guys,
for the
let's get your
Timberwolves.
take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Smith in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Poole with it, picked up by Edwards.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Minnesota leading by 21. Smith with it. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Back to Smith. They swipe it. Wiggins outside. Poole on the wing. outside for Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Over Smith. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Left side, Edwards. This one for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Curry outside. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Curry against Smith. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Here's Towns. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, battling hard. That's an impressive move by Towns. He'll go to the strike.
And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think of a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Cat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep. He tore it up from downtown in the first half, now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
The pass to Gobert. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Defensive foul.
How about the splendid concentration from the Frenchman?
Substitution on the court. Shooting for Golden State, Andrew Wiggins. 1 shot.
Well, getting to the line at will nowadays. Wiggins wanting to improve his free throw percentage.
Thompson against Smith. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Second personal foul.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Shooting 1.
Throw good, Smith. Here's Moody. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony.